Oh, hold on.
Technical difficulties? And now we're live. Welcome to a new edition of GeekCulture Live YouTube.
So go again. Okay, so we were supposed to come on last. We were supposed to come on last week.
Previous weekend.
Yeah, previous weekend. However, as you know, we're from Texas, and Texas did suffer through a,
Category 4 hurricane.
A catastrophe, which the news are saying beyond belief. Again, as you know, Hurricane Harvey hit our Gulf Coast from Corpus Christi all the way to Houston, all the way to Beaumont. But the one that suffered the most were Rockport and Houston.
H-Town.
Yeah, H-Town. H-Town, which is I love H-Town, and of course we all been there, and it's like those are as fellow Texans, you know what? That's our family over there.
Yeah.
Even though I may not know them, that's our family. So those in Houston, we pray for you. I know with us who have been in work, I don't know if you have donated. I donated some of my money. United Way came by, and of course I donated. That's how I can I felt I can contribute. And that's what I did. I put my money towards the Red Cross and Hurricane Harvey funds. And again, I know it was a tough weekend for a lot of you. So for those who did suffer, we're there with you. We're there for your, we support whatever you need, and our hearts go out to you and your families.
Our thoughts and prayers are with those of Houston,
Yes.
Beaumont, Rockport, and anybody else affected by Hurricane Harvey. We were fortunate enough for it to miss us. We've discussed it among ourselves. Had it hit us, we would have had 10 to 20 inches of rain.
Yeah, because
we would have phenomenal flooding.
Yeah, because San Antonio is prone to flooding. We have a lot of rivers here, and it's a valley. Basically, it's the way San Antonio sits. It sits at a cannon
with the hill country.
With the hill country, and we come down to the valley where we're at, and the rivers flow down this way, and we would have experienced that. But it went east because it was supposed to have a direct hit coming from Corpus all the way to San Antonio.
And he went up and changed his mind.
He went up, and then he went up east, and then went back east. And Houston just, man, when you see Houston again, I have not been there, since
to see it firsthand.
Yeah, just to see it firsthand, but. What you see on the news is, oh my God, and YouTube, to those families who had lost everything, our hearts, our prayers go out to you.
Our condolences.
Yes.
So stay strong. We'll get through this one day at a time.
Yeah. And then, on that note, well, not on that note, but what else was big that weekend was, of course, the Game of Thrones finale. I mean, it was fantastic.
Well, the interesting is you've been following Game of Thrones since its inception, right?
No, I started watching at the beginning of season 4.
Well, I know you didn't. You came in at season 6.
No, this is the first season he's watching as it happens.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He started backlogging seasons from season 6 all the way back, and now he's current.
Yeah, and I know now I'm current. But again, like I've said it before, what got me going was that when I worked that. The live concert. I mean, just it got me into it. I was like, okay, maybe there's some. So it's a good show. Something here. So I got hooked on it, and I said, okay, let me see it. The first season I was like, okay, this is pretty good. Second season I was hooked. It took off from there.
And what are the things about the show for those who have yet to invest, such as myself? See, I knew Game of Thrones was going to be great when I first saw the trailer. I just never had the time to invest in the series, and I don't binge, so I don't go back and rewatch the show. I don't. I try to catch it as it's going. What would you say to those who have yet to invest in Game of Thrones to get them to go to season 8? What is it about the show that you like so much?
Well, for me, again, I always harp on pace. And the pace is excellent, and we discussed it the last show. Again, you have one show that's a story. You'll have, and then you have action, or not then story. To me, it's the pace. Then it's just the characters that are in there. There's so many characters, but the thing is that, and you don't know who's gonna survive. It's just that suspense. Again, I've never read the novels. I never read the books. So for those who come in blinded. You're like, oh shoot, this one, this guy died. Oh, this person died. Oh crap, why is he dying? It is just constant dying. There's so many deaths that you don't, and then it's just that unexpected death.
It's the thing of, and they've asked George R.R. Martin, the author, about it, and his thing is the way he describes it is, you watch a movie, you see this big action scene, and the hero's in trouble, but you're not worried because he's the hero. Like, he's gonna come out okay. He's the hero. Where with his stories, the hero doesn't always.
Yeah, the hero doesn't always.
You know, and
how many times has the hero died in all 7 seasons?
Well, no. See, but the thing is that you get attached to a family, which, or, you know, like the Starks. You get attached to the Starks. Well, lo and behold, someone dies from them. Another person dies from them. You're like, oh my God!
But are the Starks completely gone?
No. You still have one son, $3, and someone. Well, yeah, $2, and someone that we all thought was the son of a Stark, but he turns.
Technically he is.
Yeah.
Well, you guys can reveal it. Y'all can. Who is it?
Okay, you know what? I don't want to give away to those fans.
It's Jon Snow.
Yeah.
Who, for the duration of the series, you believe he is Ned Stark, who is the patriarch Sean Bean, who is portrayed as the main character of the series in the first season.
Sean Bean,
you watch the first season and you believe this series is about him and his family, and then he's one of the ones, he gets killed, he doesn't make it, and you're like, oh my God, what just happened?
What happens now?
It's like he only lasted like maybe 5 episodes or something like that.
Yeah, he dies at the end of the first season.
But the thing is, in those 5 episodes, he was just a strong character. That's what's so great about Sean Bean.
Yeah.
Man, and he just made it. You know, it was just a strong character that you wanted to follow through.
And what about Momoa's character?
Same thing. He died first.
Made it through the first season.
He didn't make it through the first.
But what family was he from?
Okay, no, he was part of a different tribe.
He's a Dothraki horse lord.
Yeah.
So from another part of the world, and he's helping another family.
But he married. But the thing is, he married.
Yeah,
you know,
Daenerys. Start explaining the whole
it goes into
just as briefly. So, but whoever Momoa was connected with in the first season,
which is Daenerys.
Is there anything in the 7th season that leads back to that for Momoa?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, but again, you get involved with these characters. You know, I mean, the acting is really, really good. The story is just the production is just done really well. The sets are done really visual effects. When Rachel and I were here watching the second to last episode, when the dragons, I had surround sound and everything. You could just hear the wings on the dragon, poof, and when it hit, you just hear that. Oh, it just sounded so good.
You see it and you feel it.
You feel it, yeah.
You're drawn into
it's almost
world.
like if I went to an IMAX movie and you're like, wow, this is, you know, I'm getting my money's worth here.
Well, like on that note, the last 2 episodes were 79, about an hour and 20 minutes long. To put that into perspective, we were talking this a couple of weeks ago. Thor Ragnarok is going to be 84 minutes long. So that's what, 5 minutes more than one episode of the series.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah. And the episode goes by so fast. Like, you don't realize that it's an hour and 20 minutes long. You're sitting there and you're completely into it the whole time, and then it ends and you're like, no, I want more. I want to know what happens next.
And the thing is, and then for someone like you, what you're gonna like about it, again, is there's no commercials, and one, there's sex, yes, there's sex, and there's nudity, but at the same time, when someone dies, it's not just someone slash their throat, man. You see freaking intestines come out. You see,
it's graphic.
It's really graphic, and you're like, oh gosh. And then not only that, what I think makes it super, super good is that they get really good actors to play villains, and it makes you hate these villains.
What do you think about the fact that one villain is? I think he's still there. The older gentleman. He was from The Golden Child. He was in The Last Action Hero. He's the one with the kind of a beard. I don't remember.
Oh no, he died. No, yeah, I know what you're talking about. That was Tywin's father. The one he killed.
Tywin.
What season? Tywin. When did he die?
He died at the end of
season 6.
No, that's
Wait.
I want to say season
5.
4.
Was
like
it?
at the end of season 4.
Is it season 5? No, 5, right?
I must be seeing old clips on HBO.
He was a big part of the series.
Yeah.
For the first 4 up until his death, he was a big part.
Yeah, he was a big part.
But yeah, he's already.
Yeah, and he dies. You're like, but again, these villains are just so done right. And again, the big.
And you sympathize with them sometimes too.
Yeah.
Like I know that episode with Cersei, when she got the Sand Snakes, you brought it up. I agreed with her on that point.
Well, like for example, what we're talking about is that Cersei had a daughter that was taken away and was married to a guy that they hate, But the thing is, that's what
It was
like
a
in
political
order
marriage.
in order to have peace, and we're gonna
They
marry
had
your
to have this
daughter.
marriage.
You're gonna have this marriage. So they had peace. So she wanted to see the daughter, but because this lady's the Sand Snake Queen or Sand Snake Queen, well, because her husband died, she always resented Cersei and the Lannisters and everything like that. So she ends up killing her daughter. So you're like, well, what did she do that for? I mean, all that Cersei, which was played by Lena Headey, all she wanted to do was see her daughter. That's it. I just want to see my daughter. But this girl, this queen, ends up killing her. So to take vengeance, well, she ends up killing her daughter. Her daughter.
Oh.
She captures her and her daughter, and then kills her daughter the exact same way that her daughter was killed, which is with a poison. And she leaves them chained up, facing each other, just out of each other's reach, so the mother can watch her daughter die and be stuck there in the dungeon with the rotting corpse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they show the rotting corpse?
No, it just shows it shows them like that far apart at the end that they're chained to each other.
And they can't do anything about it.
And that's the mother and then the dying daughter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, that's wild.
Yeah.
Man, I just had a question. The difference between the Frost King and the Night King?
Well, I don't know what Frost King is, but the Night King is the main one you see with
that
the
is a
little
badass.
The white is it the white
No, the White Walkers. Okay, the White Walkers. He's in charge of the White Walkers.
Yeah. So the Night King is the head White Walker.
Okay.
Yeah. So it started with 13 of them. Right now there's like maybe 4. I want to say 3 or 4, and then they have the Army of the Dead.
3 or 4 what?
White Walkers.
And generals or?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like the ones on horseback, and you see, and they're the ones with the blue eyes, and they have And then they have the Army of the Dead, which are basically zombies.
It's 100,000 strong.
Yeah.
Okay. I was curious because one of the things, and we posted it on Facebook, is Funko is coming out with the Night King on the dragon.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, look at that smile.
Yes.
So tell me, what's the big thing with the Night King on the dragon?
So in the episode that Diego was talking about when we were sitting here watching it, Daenerys takes her dragons to rescue them. They had gone to find the Army of the Dead. They wanted to find. They wanted to bring one of them back alive to the capital to prove, like, hey, look, this is what's out there. This is what's coming.
Bring one of what back?
One of the Whites. No, not the White Walkers, but the Army of the Dead.
One of the Army of the Dead. One of the Walking Dead.
Because this whole time, the North, which is closest to the wall and where all of this is happening, they've been focused on, we need to fight them. Who cares about who's sitting on the throne? Who cares about who's king? This is the big problem.
They're trying to deal with
right
the
now.
walkers.
Yeah, so what they did is they decided, we'll capture one, we'll take it back to the capital so we can convince them, stop your fighting, call a momentary
There's a bigger
truce.
threat.
There's a bigger threat, we need to all combine and go fight that. So in all of that, of course, there was a huge battle. They got themselves stuck. Daenerys swoops in with the dragons to save them, but the Night King kills one of the dragons. So he throws a spear at it, it comes crashing down into a frozen lake, and then at the end of the episode, drag it out of the lake, and he brings it back to life.
So now there's a zombie dragon?
Yes.
It's a zombie dragon.
Look, you're like stoked on it.
It was awesome, and then the big thing with the finale was this army finally reaches the wall, which is this huge, like 700-foot structure, goes from coast to coast to keep all of those.
Hey, didn't we see that in the movie? Wasn't that one with Matt Damon?
But it's to keep all of the walkers on that side away from the rest of civilization.
Yeah.
So he comes flying in on the dragon, takes down the wall, and then they start spilling out over. And
the White Walkers are.
Yeah, because that wall is like almost made of ice and rock.
Yeah, it's.
So he uses the dragon to melt the ice and just clear the way for the Army of the Dead and his other White Walkers to go through. All right, here it comes.
And that's where the season ends. So
that's where the season
ends with that army crossing the wall, leading into season 8. And the Great War, having to fight those, and then of course
you gotta see it. You gotta see it. It's really good.
So how does that dragon look? Is it starting to look decayed now that it's a zombie, or not yet?
Yeah, like you see in the wings, you start seeing the tatters and the holes, and you see it has a more skeletal look to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then so the final question on Game of Thrones, and we'll move on. So on the White Walkers comparison, those zombies compared to the Walking Dead zombies, or is that apples and oranges?
Well,
I like these more because they they're not just mindless zombies marching along. Like they still
They have
can
cognitive-
do battle.
They move
can,
fast.
You know,
They you know,
yeah.
and they move fast.
It's not just you know, oh look, there's something moving over there, and then the mindless horde going to eat it. Like they're actually the army. They just brought them back. They can still hold weapons. They can still do battle, and they listen to the White Walkers. The White Walkers have like their generals. They have that control over them. That they you know.
Isn't that interesting how eerily similar those 4 King Walkers, those 4 White Walkers or Night Kings, and the Army of the Dead are to the Lord of the Ring? Remember the Army of the Dead and the Ring Wraiths?
Yeah.
Very, very similar.
Well, I mean, like you asked earlier, what brought us into the series is, for me, that's what it was, is that fantasy element. And then once you start watching the series, it gets you hooked. And George R.R. Martin, he did a great job of creating this world. It has such a rich history of, as you're getting the story as it goes along of what's happening with current events, you're getting filled in on all of the past events and what happened and how that influences and leads up to this. And like I started reading the books, and there's so much foreshadowing in the books. Like now that I know everything that's gonna happen, like little things that in the first reading you would have just, okay, that's interesting, and kind of passed over. Like now you see the meaning behind it, and you see how everything fits together.
Well, one question I wanted to ask you, and again, it kind of bothered me. Okay, finally, in this last episode, Jon Snow.
You're getting my chicken ass.
Okay, Jon Snow and Queen Daenerys. Okay, well they hook up. Believe it or not, okay, they're it gets revealed for those who haven't read the book. Gets revealed. Okay, she's his aunt, and and the thing is that he's a nephew. Well, they end up hooking up, and they end up having sex. My question to you: what do you think of Tywin's look? Because remember he was looking, and he didn't. I mean, I know because in earlier episodes he was telling Daenerys.
Yeah.
So like, hey, maybe you should find someone. You should find someone. So, but here it is. You got Jon Snow, the badass, hooking up with her. Because she ends up liking him too.
Yeah.
But yet, he didn't seem like too happy with it.
There's not anything. Okay, you didn't really miss anything. There's not anything definitive in the series that would explain that. But like just reading articles and reviews on the shows and stuff, there's a couple of theories. So one thing is, people think he made a deal with Cersei. Because the last time we see him before that is when he's talking with Cersei, and they're trying to get her to agree to call a truce and help them fight this battle. And the last thing he realizes that she's pregnant, and then you don't see the rest of their conversation until she comes back and she says, "Okay, I'll help you." And then so they all leave, and then we find out no, she's not actually going to help. I think it's earlier in that same episode, or possibly the episode before, you also see Tyrion talking to Daenerys, who she's the one who says she has the rightful claim to the throne, about succession. Because she doesn't have any heirs, she's the last person, and as far as she believes, she can't have kids. So they need to figure out, okay, you're the rightful heir to the throne, but who's after you? Because you don't have any more family, you don't have anybody. And this is before the big Jon Snow reveal. So now, with them getting together, that puts a kink in their plan of, if he was offering Cersei, once she's gone, you can have the throne, and you can be next in line for succession. If she gets pregnant, well, then you're not next in line for succession.
That was going to be my question.
Yeah.
Did they reveal that she got pregnant, or is that up in the air?
It ends with them having sex.
It just ends up with them having sex.
But the whole, more than you've had through the rest of the series, because in the first season, she's pregnant from Jason Momoa's character, and then she loses that baby, and she's led to believe she can't have children after that. And so for the rest of the series, her dragon are her children. And then this season, you get more of the talk of, I can't have children, I can't have children. They make a point of, she believes she can't have children, and then Jon Snow, as a matter of fact, tells her, well, why do you think that? And she says, the witch who killed my husband told me. And he's like, well, really? You really think that's a reliable source of information? And then it shows them, getting together at the end. So.
Yeah.
He's like, I got this. So do you think she's going to end up pregnant in season 8?
Well,
it's possible.
It's possible.
But I mean, there's.
It feels like they're leading up to that. I can't get pregnant. I can't get
But
pregnant.
again, and again, and it also reveals that he is the rightful heir to the throne.
John,
in line before her.
Yeah, before her, and also before.
So that means he would kill the. No, right? Would he kill the kid if he had a kid? No, right?
No,
because
that's his successor.
Yeah, that'll be his successor.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Cersei, Cersei would not be anywhere near the Iron Throne, the heir of the Iron Throne.
Yeah.
So,
and then too, I mean.
Well, you know what I was also hearing? I was also hearing. Well, maybe that's like a little, like for him, but it's also for us, because again, us as the fans or us as just normal people, they said, we're gonna give you this look, because the thing is, we all know who they are. The characters don't know. They don't know that they're related. Yeah, they don't know that they're related. They don't know. They don't know.
And
so
HBO,
because again, the look that he gave a look like.
And you're talking about Tyrion and Lester, right?
Yeah,
he's just looking at him like,
no.
He sees her go into, like, they're on a
the
ship,
chambers,
and he sees her go into the room, and then you see him, and he's like,
like this is what, this is wrong. Like, this is wrong. Like, should I tell him? That look.
But
like,
he doesn't know who he is either.
Yeah, but he doesn't. But the thing is, when I go, well, wouldn't you want that look? Like, I mean, we're not that look, but wouldn't you want them to hook up? Because the thing is, you got a strong queen and you got a strong king.
Is he related to any of them in any way?
No.
No, right?
As far as we know, no. But there's that other, especially with, like I said, how rich of a world he created with the books and everything that's in the series. There's another fan theory that he may also be a Targaryen.
Yeah. That
the Mad King raped his mom and he was born, and that's why his dad hated him.
Yeah, that's why he came out.
Which mom? The Mad King raped
Tyrion's mom.
But who was she to the Mad King?
Nobody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's not beyond reason.
There's so much detail to this, just for this 8 season series. Yeah. There's so much story. I mean, I highly recommend that you watch it.
So is 8 seasons enough?
Yes.
I think so.
It is.
Especially the story, like it's hit the high point, and this last season will be what we've all been waiting for, and then the resolution. So it's this whole time it's been leading up to that big war with Army of the Dead. We're finally gonna get that, and then now who gets to sit on the throne? And the books, there's 5 books out right now, and then there's 2 more planned. So they're not that far ahead.
And I was gonna say, just for someone like you, the action scenes, the battle scenes, they are great. You'll be. You're actually glued to the thing.
I believe it. I just gotta take the time.
Yeah. And again, for those fans who are like, okay, you know what? Maybe I should check this out. You can, if you have HBO, it's all on demand. Just go to HBO on demand, and all every single season, every single episode is on there. Again, you can get on HBO Go. The advantage of having
There's
HBO
many
Go.
ways to view it.
Yeah. And like you said, you don't have the time. Is once you start, it's one of those shows that it keeps
page turner. You're gonna be like,
it keeps you wanting to know what happened. Of you watch one episode and you're like, okay, what happens next?
Well, that's a good show, and that's what's missing from The Walking Dead, and we've talked about that previous episode.
That's what it used to have, The Walking Dead, and it lost that.
It lost that. And for me, The Walking Dead has just got stagnant in the area it's at.
Exactly.
What the hell is going on with the rest of the United States? I know that we're in Virginia and South Carolina and Washington, D.C. Okay, great. What's going on in Utah? What's going on in Oklahoma? What's going on with Fear the Walking Dead? We're over here on the West Coast.
And again, to your point, that's what's great about Game of Thrones. There's so many kingdoms. You're going.
You're there.
You're here. You're here. You're there. You're there. What's going on with this? Okay, this one has conflict here. This one has conflict here, and you see you see them battling, and the way it's told, you're like, wow, okay, I got this. Once you figure it out, okay, now you figure it out. For me, I figured it out in season 3. Okay, this kingdom's over here. This kingdom's over here. And once you figure that out, man, and the thing is, it keeps going. This kingdom's over here. You got the west. You got the north. You got the south. You got the west. What I miss? North. You got east. I missed the east. You got all this going on, and it's finally coming in together on these last seasons. Again, to your point.
So, but that's a testament to good writing, and few shows today have good writers. The Game of Thrones has good writers. We're hoping they're going to finish it off strong with season 8. The Strain has good writers. I've been watching The Strain this season. The last season is great. There's only 3 episodes left tonight and 2 more episodes. Fear the Walking Dead, it's good enough to keep me there. It hasn't lost me yet, so that's going to start up again. I believe it's September 15th. Fear the Walking Dead's coming back. What other good episodes, good shows that you guys follow that have good writing?
Well,
I'm trying to think. I've been watching Midnight Texas, and I'm still on the fence about it, but it leaves you with enough questions that you want the explanation or you want to know what happened. And then 2, that one's one that's based on a book, and Gloria, she says she's read the books, and it's sticking pretty close to the book, so I'm like, okay, great, that's another book to add to my list of stuff to read. But so for now, it's been like, I still want to know what happens. I'm not indifferent to, I'm not going to waste my time watching this.
Yeah, for me, it's Suits. Suits has really good writing, and Queen of the South has really good writing. And again, for me, I'm all about pace. It has, you have writing and you have action, and it's just balanced so well. I mean, those are shows that you need to. I recommend.
Now, Rachel was saying, like, you guys were talking about Game of Thrones and how, like, I think you said something like it would look good on IMAX.
Yes.
You made an IMAX comment. And so the interesting thing is, over this weekend, the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, fans could actually catch Inhumans on IMAX, but you're going to pay for it. You're going to pay that $15 to go watch what I understood as the first 2 episodes of Inhumans.
Yeah, I believe it was.
And a lot of people I talked to, not a lot of people were going out. I asked a couple people, hey, you going to see Inhumans tomorrow? So not a lot of people went out. I didn't go out. I'm going to be there for Marvel come November when Ragnarok comes out. I'll be there in IMAX to see it. But for Inhumans, I'll wait till the 29th, watch it on ABC on my big screen at home.
I think unless you're a die-hard Inhumans fan, it really wouldn't be worth it. And Inhumans is not one of Marvel's better-known teams.
Yeah, that's the other
properties,
thing.
So I think that's where they went wrong with that.
It was a pretty ballsy move, put one of your lesser-known properties on the IMAX and charge for it. See, if it had been free, it'd be like, hey, come see the first 2 episodes before anybody else on IMAX, for free. Yeah, let's go. Hey,
and just like you say, make your money on the condiments.
On the concessions.
Yeah, just make your money there.
Yeah, on the concessions.
That's where they make their money anyway.
Yes, make your money there.
But they're being greedy, and I don't know.
I agree with you there.
I don't know. I'm gonna blame Disney. I'm not gonna, not Disney. I mean ABC. I'm gonna blame ABC for being greedy more than Disney and Marvel.
Yeah.
Oh, it's ABC. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, Disney owns ABC.
Kind of rules the world.
Yeah.
It owns Star Wars. It owns Marvel. It owns ABC, ESPN. All of that is under Disney.
Yeah, we're waiting. We're still waiting for them to pick up DC, the NBA, the NFL, Candyland.
Yeah.
So what else?
Well, we have a lot of entertainment coming out in September. One that I'm waiting for. We're all waiting for.
We're all waiting for.
Yeah, we're waiting for it
this week.
Yeah, this week.
Awesome.
I mean, but am I actually excited about it? No.
Why?
Well, because the thing is, I hope it's not overhyped. Usually when things are overhyped, I go in there and I'm disappointed. And I just don't want, that's why I'm like, I'm a little reserved because I don't want to be overhyped. And then you go into the movie, oh man, this is a stinker, dude. And I was like, what the hell?
Well, we'll know by next Sunday, next GeekCulture Live. It looks good.
It looks good.
And
yes.
I feel you. Sometimes you have to be apprehensive with the trailers. Like, damn, it looks good, but it could be all editing. It could be all hype.
Yes.
But at the same time, it's a remake. So you already know the story. If
you saw the original.
Yeah.
I never saw it.
You've never seen the original? Okay, well, I have seen. So I know what to expect from the story. I'm not going to be disappointed of, oh, they showed this in the trailer and they showed this in the trailer and these are the only good parts because I know everything else that happens in the story already. It's just how well did they adapt it for the remake.
I'm looking forward to it. You guys, you're going to see it with me on Friday and she's going to see it on Thursday. The thing I'm looking forward for is I'm going to see it with the kids. And I want to see how it. I'm not big on scaring my kids, but every now and then, just a little frightening. So hopefully, what doesn't happen is what we've seen happen in our lifetime, where people that saw the original don't like clowns. I can't tell you how many people we've come across at conventions and little events, and they're just like, I hate clowns, I hate clowns, I hate clowns. And then you ask them, why do you hate clowns? Because of it.
Because of
Well,
that
for
movie,
me, you know, you're seeing these previews. They look dark. They look suspenseful. But I just don't want it to go. And then all of a sudden, when you go to the movie, and it turns out to be,
I don't think it's gonna
like,
be
you know,
campy.
like it
I
turns
don't
out to be
think so,
campy.
yeah.
And I just don't want that, you know, because my fear is, you know, is again, you have kids. Here you have kids that are involved. Usually, when kids are involved, it's a little campy. And again, you know, when the original It came out with Tim Curry. Okay, I found it a little campy because it was made for TV, and I don't know, the kids made it campy.
But it was effective because think of all the people that it scared that were kids.
Well,
you
yeah,
know?
but the thing is, you know, I've seen Poltergeist, and or of course you got that clown that creeped me out, but you know, I think that did a more effective job than it did. You know, so
I don't know. Well, I was actually having a conversation with my mom about this on the way here, because she was asking me if I had seen any movies this past weekend, and I was like, no, but this week we're gonna go see It. And my mom is a huge Stephen King fan too, so she was like, oh, let me know how it is, I want to see it. And I was like, well, I've heard, you know, good reviews that it's supposed to be really scary, and the only thing that sucks is like, go watch a scary movie, and then I'm by myself like 90% of the time. It's like, hear those little noises.
You'll be next to Big Alfred. You can squeeze on him.
But and she's like, maybe you shouldn't go see it then. I go, no, it's not gonna bug me. Like, it didn't scare me when I was a kid. You know, I watched it, and my brother is the one who developed the fear of clowns, where I was okay. And I know I mentioned it a couple weeks ago when we were talking about Annabelle. Is, for me, what scares me is the stuff you don't see. Is, you know, that creepiness, you know, stuff moving, doors closing, stuff you see out of the corner of your eye, where when it's full on in front of you scary, like, yeah, in the moment, in the movie, I guarantee you I'm gonna freak out and I'm gonna get scared, but it's not something that's gonna linger with me after the fact, because, like, I know it's Hollywood, it's a guy in costume, it's special effects.
But see, but I like watching movies, scary movies here in my house, turning it black, because you know, I get the same effect that you do. Like in the movie, like if they show a shadow, right? What was that shadow? And all of a sudden, somehow, for some reason, I see a shadow come this way. Like, you know, but it's my freaking imagination.
Yeah.
Scream my ass. You know what I mean? You know, to where I think you think you see real things.
Well, see, I don't have that situation. Like, there was one the other day. We were sitting there playing Nintendo, right? And I saw it, and then I didn't snap until later because I'm in the game, right? But our curtains are closed, and I saw a shadow, and I was just like, I kept playing, and I was like, wait, what did I just see? I looked, and I was like, what the hell? And the dog's on the chair, and I'm just like, all right, and I just go back to playing. My rule of thumb is this: no creaking, no doors opening, no shit moving. All right, we're good. The day that starts happening, the day the door starts opening, we're out. Yeah. And I was gonna bring. You were talking about Annabelle. I don't know if the wife has ever shown my kids Annabelle. I know I haven't. I won't watch it. But I'm actually glad if they haven't, because they have been telling me that their plush Sonic figure, you know, they have a plush Sonic, that he keeps showing up, that they didn't move him. He shows up over here and over here, and I was just like, what? Come on, what? So imagine if those kids had seen Annabelle. They'd be freaked out of their mind. Right now, the plush is in my room at the foot of my bed. And so, but for the longest time, they were just like, yeah, Sonic keeps moving. He's in my room last night, and then now he's in Mia's room, and I'm just like, all right, what are y'all up to? I just figured they're playing a gag, but you know, if they really believe that, I'm like, man, I'm glad you guys didn't see Annabelle. Y'all be.
Well, you know, the first Annabelle's not that good. I mean, I haven't seen the second, but my wife and my daughter went to go see it. They said it was good.
Yeah, well, I mean, I went to see it, and it has those good scares, and it has a little bit of that creepiness, you know, with stuff moves, and, you know, like, you're like, wait a second, you know. But then it shows you everything, you know, like, you see the demon, you see, you know, people turn into, you know, this ugly face and come at you. And for me, that's what kills it with scary movies.
Yeah, that's what kills it.
Yeah.
You know what did that? The other day, I just caught it. I was doing dishes, I had the TV on, lights out. At first, it was a scary movie. At first, it had me drawn, and I was like, ooh, this looks good. And I don't watch a lot of scary movies. Yeah. But as soon as one character showed up and I figured out who was the creature, it killed it. You know?
Yeah.
it wasn't. They showed the creature, and that was cool. But when I figured out who was the creature, I was like, I'm done.
But you know which movie that didn't do it that way, which was effective? Insidious. Have you seen Insidious?
I think I saw that. It's been a while.
Okay. Well, they have a demon in there, and this demon looks freaky. The makeup job is great.
Well, yeah,
but because when I saw it, you're like, oh damn, dear Lord, if that's what a demon looks like, holy crap! Not like the ones in Constantine, but this one just looked creepy.
Well, I mean, the demon in Annabelle, all the special effects in Annabelle, they're good, they're scary. But my thing is, it's not something that sticks with you. Yeah. You know, it's like you're like, oh my god, it's scary. It's in that moment, and then afterwards, you're not like,
oh okay,
like this demon's gonna pop up. You know.
But you know, it's the unknown that fears you.
Yeah.
Just like Jaws. It's the unknown.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't remember. I don't know if I did see that when I was younger, and that's what every time I was in the ocean, that was always a thing. So. You know, even in the pool, dude, I'd be in the deep end of the pool, and I'm just like, so I guess my parents must have shown it to me when I was a kid, and I got scared shitless, because even in the pool, when I was in the deep end, I'm just like looking around. But it is the season for horror movies. It's kicking it off, and I think it's going to be big. I was looking at online, and it was saying for the slow holiday weekend, the Hitman's Bodyguard is still #1. Because there's really not much.
There's not much to see.
Yeah.
But it's gonna change all of that, and you know, hopefully.
And then the following week we have American Assassin, right?
American Assassin.
And then the week after that is Kingsman.
Oh, and I want to see that one too.
Good,
so it's gonna be back to back to back. You know, it's.
And then for the kids, there's gonna be Ninjago. My kids are stoked to see that one. And then I'm excited, even though The Mummy with Tom Cruise was disappointing. I'm looking to American Made. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not looking forward to that. Just I don't know. It seems quirky.
Well, I mean, I'm not a huge Tom Cruise fan, but the story looks interesting.
Yeah. I'm a Tom Cruise fan. The only thing that I dislike watching him in is Mission Impossible. I get burned out after the third one. I get burned out.
But you know what? You know, I think the previews, maybe the previews will probably do it injustice. You know, American Made. I think it's doing it injustice because there's a movie that the trailers reminded me similar. Okay, have you ever seen War Dogs?
Yeah.
Okay, great movie. I actually saw it on HBO just recently, and I said, "Oh man, that's a damn good movie. It's actually well told." But when I saw the previews again, they're showing the stupid Jonah Hill previews, and I was thrown off. I was like, oh no. But when you see the movie itself. And you see why Jonah Hill has that quirky character because he was known to be that quirky character, you know, or that he's based off an actual character, and you see it, but it just seemed like when they were doing the trailers, and again they're showing all the funny clips of Tom Cruise, right? You know, it's like okay,
that's what kills it is that theaters and studios are trying too hard to put comedy into.
Yeah. I go, but if you showed like a little seriousness and then throw like maybe one comedy bit in there, I say, you know what, let's go see that movie. But they're just showing all Tom Cruise being sarcastic in every little part. Yep. I go, there's no way that this guy is sarcastic, you know, throughout the whole movie and in real life. Because when you see it in real life, you fear dealing with drug dealers, dealing with mobsters.
Yeah, they're making it light.
Yeah, and they're making it light. That's why I'm like, I don't know. And that's what I saw of War Dogs. I saw the Jonah Hill character. I saw that, but when you see the movie, it's nothing like that.
Yeah, it's not light.
It's not light.
You know,
it's not light at all.
They were going through the Triangle of Death.
Yes,
that wasn't light.
That wasn't light.
They were down there in where was it? It was in Kosovo. Where the hell were they? They were in that foreign country, and they were switching out the ammo. I mean, that wasn't light. And then Bradley Cooper.
Oh, I know you're talking about China. Okay, no, was it
the Czech Republic?
Was it no? Yeah, they were somewhere in the Ukraine or Latvia or something like that, and they had to buy the ammo there.
And they were bagging it. They were repackaging it.
Repackaging it.
Yeah, and then Bradley Cooper comes in, kills the driver, kills the informant. Yeah. You know, so
when it was really a dark and deep, movie, but the previews, the trailers, give
it make it light and funny,
like campy and light and funny. And I was like, man, I'm not gonna go see that movie.
Well, those are what we're looking forward to. We're all gonna see it. I know you're looking forward to American Assassin. I'll see that. You know, Michael Keaton, of course, I'm there.
Yeah.
She's in the Kingsman. Still haven't seen the first one. Everybody keeps telling me
you gotta see it. You gotta,
you know, you see it, and you'll
and again, it's based off a comic. It's actually based off a comic. You know, but the thing is, the way it's done is it has a bit of campiness, and the action's really good.
But it's balanced.
It's balanced, right? It's not quirky. What's a good example that was just like Fast and Furious again?
Oh, God.
Like, okay, that's just horrible.
We're gonna like ban you from talking about Fast and Furious.
Okay, and that's just horrible. To where this is done, you know, it's done in a fun way.
So
but
wait, what Kingsman, what the first movie is it takes all of the classic cliches from the '60s spy movies, all the Bond
James
movies,
Bond, yeah,
and it dials up the volume on the action and the violence, and it pokes fun at them without being a parody of them.
yes.
Okay.
And at the same time, some of these moves, I mean, I guess, you know, when it comes to physics, you know, as far as some of the moves, it's pretty spot on. You know,
it has really good action.
It has really good action.
It doesn't push the boundaries of suspension of disbelief.
Yes, like
good.
Fast and Furious.
And at that, it notes when they're poking fun at the movie.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just like, you know, trying to do something different, but they comment on, you know, it's not like all those old kind of movies. You know, this is a different kind of situation.
Yeah, it's a good watch. Good entertainment, popcorn movie. I enjoyed it.
Now, you know, the interesting thing about all of these movies, part one, that we've talked about, is most of them don't have any collectibles coming out. The only one that has any collectibles coming out is It. And right now, It's got a Funko Pops, and fans are going crazy for those.
But you know what? I haven't taken a look at I mean, of course, we only see the head of the clown.
No, we've seen the full thing.
I haven't seen the full thing. I haven't seen it. But you know,
you didn't see that trailer where he's behind all the red balloons.
Well, yeah, I've seen that one. You know, but it was just the head. But I want to see the full clown itself. You know, from head to toe. And then maybe when I see it, man, that would be a cool freaking statue. You know, perfect example.
Well,
you know, Legend. You know, when Legend, you know, as far as darkness, when you see him with the hooves and like, holy,
you see the whole thing.
You see the whole thing. As a kid, you were just like, wow.
Well, Pennywise's alternate form may be a cool statue, and you see that in the latest trailer. You see the creature hand. Yeah. You're like, hey, what is this gonna be? So, you know, I'm really excited for that. The clown, as you were sitting there talking, every time I see the clown that I think of first off is the clown from Scary Movie, the one that interacts with one of the Wayans brothers. When he's going after the clown, he's just like, oh no, come here! No! Every time I see the Pennywise, I think of that clown. So
well, then, you know, like you said, it's horror movie season, so of course with Halloween coming up, we're gonna see so many It costumes and
maybe
clowns and.
It's about how good of the costume. That's what it is. It's not just seeing it. It's actually putting the effort into it for it to be like, wow, that's a badass Pennywise costume. But anyways, I was going to collectibles and movies because, of course, we unboxed the NECA's complete set of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The fans, you guys can join in on YouTube. You can see our unboxings, hear our feedback, see close-ups, so you can see the detail in the sculpt and the texture of the turtles. One of the cool things that we also talked about on our YouTube channel is that at an upcoming convention where we set up at, you, the fans, will get a chance to win this entire set. All you have to do is like us on Facebook, Instagram, or subscribe to our YouTube channel. That makes you part of the culture. That makes you eligible to enter to win this set. So the next time we set up, we will be offering this complete set as one of our prizes that you can win there at that convention. So, I mean, that's pretty freaking awesome. $500 worth of product.
I love Leonardo. Leonardo's just... I wasn't sold on Raphael, Donatello, or Michelangelo, especially Michelangelo. but Donatello just looks great. His detail and
Donatello or Leonardo?
Leonardo. I love Leonardo.
See, you're hating so much. You're talking about the one you hate.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, I don't hate Donatello too much. I'm kind of disappointed in Michelangelo's smile.
Yeah, you didn't like the smile.
Yeah, I didn't like the smile. But the detail on Leonardo is great. But again, I just wish they had like maybe die-cast sword, or maybe, you know, the real metal sword.
Yeah, you know, we still like to see some of these companies put just a little extra more into these collectibles. You know, where you can give us a metal sword, give us a metal sword. Where you can give us a wood staff, give us a wood staff. Just the little details. You know, if it's a $2, $5 price increase, we'll pay. We already know that $1,500 price point, you're making a killing. And I bring that up because the Swamp Thing statue from Prime 1, beautiful statue, 32 inches tall, an amazing statue, $1,600.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that's almost more than some of the ones that you have here. You know, so it's just like some of these companies are really starting to push the envelope when it comes to collector's wallet. You know, it's almost like they're saying, how much can you pay? How much can you pay? And it's just like, hey, calm down now. You know, I love your product. There's some collectors that nothing but Prime 1 in their collection. It's just all Prime 1, or it's all XM, or it's all Sideshow. Some people are subscribed to one brand. Us, we're diverse. We have NECA, we have XM, we have Prime 1, we have PCS. We have a little bit of everything, but that's what makes us Geek Culture, is we're culturally involved. And so I want that Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
I'm not really feeling like paying $1,600.
No, I agree.
It doesn't matter that it's 32 inches. That's the height that I want. I just don't want to pay $1,600 for it. So, you know, another thing that came out about 2 weeks ago was the Chronicle Collectibles 8-foot Tyrannosaurus Rex. Really cool.
That's awesome.
Really great piece. You know, it's gigantic, great scale. I mean, oh, man, I'm going to have an 8-foot Tyrannosaurus. $4,000, $4,500 after it's shipped. It's getting a little high. A lot of fans were saying $2,500, maybe $3,000 they would have paid it.
Yeah.
But at $4,000, you know, people are, you know, that's the response, a knee jerk, like, all right, maybe I don't need this right now.
Yeah.
And
with the price point going up, it's, unless you're a die-hard fan of that particular
whatever license that is,
you absolutely have to have it. Then okay, but you know, if it was lower, you know, I'm not a diehard Jurassic Park fan, but if the price was lower, it's like, yeah, maybe I would consider that, you know.
And that's what I want these companies to consider, is that there are other collectors. You're pricing out collectors, and you know, maybe you're trying to cater to the elite, and I guess that's okay for you, but there's a huge community out there, and just like Rachel said, if it was at the right price point, she'd pick it up. And it's only limited to 100, so $2,500 for 100 units, you do the math, you know? The company's gonna make money.
Yeah.
So that's one, and then one more, and we'll move on to closing out the episode because we're running out of time. First Four Figures had released pictures and a video of their Metal Gear Solid, their Snake figure. And it looks cool. I've never played any of the games, but that looked like a cool statue. And the exclusive, so you have the regular, then you had a variant, and then you had the exclusive, which was like a resin. It was all clear. It was all transparent. Yeah. He looked like a active camel. That's how he was. I mean, that looked cool. And so for that set, it was $1,000 for both pieces, just under $1,000, $900 and something, 900 and some change. But I'm looking at it, and I've watched First Four Figures. Their price has increased over the last 9 months. You know, at the beginning of the year, they had released the figure, and it was like $350, and now we've got this quarter scale figure, and we're pushing 5 something, and I'm just like, all right, guys, I know you're trying to get in there and into the market, but you start to lose people when you keep increasing your prices.
Yeah.
And so the reason we bring that up is because we're culturally sensitive. We look at all the different collectors, not just the elite collectors, not just the mid-level collectors, which we're in the mid-level. We look at the lower level collectors too, the people that would like to collect. And you have to take the whole culture into consideration when you're doing your pricing policies. So,
well, you know, a perfect example is what we did last. We did last show. I think the unboxings when we did the Ed 209. You know, it's like, hey, look, you know, here goes, you know, for you collectors that cannot afford the statue, which was
$1,200.
Yeah, $1,200. Well, we have this other we have this other figure which you can manipulate. Yes, it's plastic, but you know, here you get, and you compare them, which was great. So that way they know how to spend their money wisely.
And at retail, the Hot Toys one was $400. Secondary market, it's hovering around $800.
And that's what we do. We like to cover everyone.
And we did the same thing with the Turtles.
Yes.
We talked about the Prime 1, where you would pay $500 for each individual statue, where with the NECA, you're paying $130 each figure. And you have the option of articulation with the statue, or I mean with the figure, sorry, where the statue, it's $500 and he's posed like that and he's not moving. So, you know, you can weigh your options. Do I want something I can pose that looks really nice displayed, or do I want just a static statue that's $500 and will hopefully increase in value on the secondary market? So one thing we want to talk about before we start to close out is that we did a YouTube video, again, of the unboxing of the Turtles. We're also going to do a Metal Gear Solid giveaway for this print from artist Jason Edmonston. You can see some of his work on our Instagram and our Facebook. This print is number 7 of 125. We will make a post later this week, and you guys can win this. All you have to do is like one of our social media pages and like the post, and you're entered to win. So we were saying earlier, we're closing out. We're starting September. We've got American Horror Story. Do you follow that?
I watched, I want to say season 3, the one with the witches. I watched that season. That's one thing I like about it, is you don't have to keep up with all of them, since it's the anthology series. Is each time you get a new season, it's a completely new story. You can jump in. You don't need to go back and watch any of them.
That's beneficial.
You know, a show like that is what, true crime, right?
Yes.
Have you ever seen True Crime?
Yeah.
It's on HBO.
And same thing.
It's the same thing. You know,
Yeah.
You don't have to follow the previous. You can just jump in.
You know, basically one
Each
season
is a new story.
Yeah, each season is a new crime, new story. With last season was had Colin Farrell.
True Detective.
It was a True Detective. That's right.
Yeah.
True Detective.
Sorry.
Yeah, and on that note, I saw something that season 3 just got greenlit. So I haven't heard anything about it other than it has Mahershala Ali. So they're gonna do another one.
If you're into documentaries, I don't know if you're into documentaries. I'm into documentaries. There's one on was it A&E or TNT? I forgot which one it is. I think it's A&E, and it's called. It's about the murder of Lacey Peterson. You know who she is? Okay.
Oh yeah, Lacey Peterson.
The murder. Yeah. Okay, Lacey Peterson.
The cop that he killed like several of his wives.
No. That's someone else. Lacey Peterson was the one. She was pregnant with a baby and was found in San Francisco Bay.
Yeah.
It was found in San Francisco Bay, and apparently they cut the guy down in San Diego.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's already 3 episodes already came out, and it is damn good, because it is actually showing that, you know what, maybe this guy didn't do it, because he was convicted and he was charged and convicted of her murder. And the thing is, when you see it, you've seen that how the media just the
media does that with everything.
Media did this, and he was found guilty by the public eye. But however, when you look at the court, all the court evidence and everything like that, the facts, you look at it like, oh my God, this guy.
There's a reasonable doubt.
There's some reasonable doubt. And I highly recommend it. It's called The Murder of Lacey Peterson. I can't remember if it's on TNT or A&E.
No, but I remember seeing it, and I wanted to watch it because I remember that case.
It's good. Yeah. It is good.
Okay.
It is real good.
Well, we were talking about the dates. American Horror Story starts this Tuesday. Fear the Walking Dead comes back on next Sunday. This Sunday night, tonight I'll be watching the 3rd to last episode of The Strain, the final season. South Park is coming back. I don't know if it's a new season or.
I believe it comes back the 13th.
It's on the 13th. I have the dates. Gotham. Are you?
No, I saw
Gotham. I haven't been following Gotham, but with the preview that they released for this season, I'm like, maybe I should go back and this season looks interesting.
It looks good.
I might.
But I was laughing because South Park. I saw an episode with Mr. Tally.
Oh yeah, Mr. Tally.
Yeah, Mr. Tally, right? When he's always getting high. and the one that made me, I was laughing for like 5 minutes, because the thing is, Mr. Hat was taking a shower, and then he has a towel, and what they're trying to destroy all the towels. So he's in the locker room taking a shower, and then all of a sudden this group of army men come in, and then they grab Mr. Hat. Anyway, we all know Mr. Hat's gay, right? And then Mr. Hat goes, "Oh, what's this? Have your way with me, guys. Have your way with me." And they're all, you, and then they bring out the knife. Oh, okay, you get stabbed. It's like, oh, and then all of a sudden the army guys leave. Hey, where are you guys going? Where are you guys going? Oh my God, dude, I was dying, dude. I'll
have to look up that episode.
Yeah, you have to see it. I don't know. I've yet to try it to see if it's on YouTube or anything like that. But if you could find that episode, oh my God, you got to see it. The way it's done. You know how You know how the Parker
Yeah,
brothers
I've
do it.
watched. I watched.
You know,
it
Trey
from the
Parker
first-
and all. Yeah, but yeah, you see him taking a shower, and then you see him put on the towel, and then you see him going to his locker, and that's when they grab him, and he goes, ooh. You know, it's like just have your way with me, guys. Have your way with me.
So we have Gotham on the 21st. On the 29th, we have Inhumans begins, and then the new show Exorcist comes out on the 29th.
Well, it's the second season.
Oh, is it the
Yeah,
second
it's the
season?
second
Oh, I
season.
didn't catch the first
Yeah,
one.
the first season came out last year, and for a while from what I understand, they were on the fence about bringing it back. So there's a lot of fans that are happy that they did renew it.
That
for
they
the
brought it
second
back?
season, Yeah.
So, I mean, any of those that you guys are gonna catch? I'm gonna catch Inhumans. I'm definitely gonna catch that.
Maybe Gotham. I'm gonna do Gotham and South Park, but South Park definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
I don't know if I'm ready to reveal that to my kids. As much stuff as I show
No,
my
my kids love it.
Yeah?
You know, my kids love it. You know?
So for this edition of Geek Culture Live, we will see you geeks next time. Yeah.
Again, you're still seeing behind the scenes. Oh, but you gotta see that. You gotta see that, Mr. Tally. If you haven't seen it, oh my God, that was so funny. But you know what I love about South Park? There's always a point to every show. There's always like some kind of, and I totally forgot what that point with the whole
Well, truly,
with the whole moral.
Is there? It's relevant.